Welcome to my channel. I've logged into this room again because the kid is still sick. But I wanted to put my 2 cents in. There was a creator. I watched it. And it was unfortunate. She got a copyright violation. Obviously, somebody decided to be, excuse the language, but shithead. And it is unfortunate. Since then, I've seen a whole lot of panic. And I think it's, and I agree on the aspect that creators should get paid for their work, no doubt. But whose responsibility is it really? You know, when I was on eBay one time, and I bid on this auction on a diamond painting I thought was really, really cute. Now, I wasn't real familiar with Diamond Art Club at that time. But I soon discovered that it was a Diamond Art Club copyrighted design. I had won the auction, but I emailed him and I contacted him on the thing and I says, look, that's a stolen design from Diamond Art Club, copyrighted, and I won't buy it. And if you want to put me on a strike, that's fine. Now, I've dealt with this seller numerous times. Always good service. He immediately let me out of the auction. Did not put a strike, but they consider I buy him an awful lot. Because he doesn't just sell, this guy doesn't just sell diamond paintings. He sells a lot of stuff other than crafts. So I could see how he didn't know and when he found out, because through experience of going to auctions on eBay, I have seen him placing a bid for a diamond painting. Of course I win because he's not going to pay a whole lot of price for them, because he turns around and he sells it and he needs to make a profit. So he probably cringes when he sees my name there. Okay, but he let me out of it, and he did not relist the painting. Okay, and I agree. I would not knowingly buy a copyrighted image. Nor am I going to sit there and freak out and panic and go nuts because one YouTuber got a violation on her thing. Like I said, it was very unfortunate. Somebody trying to be crappy. Probably pity any jealousy, actually. But in any case, whose responsibility is it? We're saying it's ours, the consumer. And that may be true in part. Okay? I get that. But I personally won't boycott AliExpress. Sorry, I'm not going to. There are good companies on there. Now, Victoria Moon, I won't buy from them because it's too massive. notified by I don't know how many creators or people, and they remained on the site. Um, at the time, I felt, well, you know, it's quite possible, and it is. I don't care how good a company is, they could accidentally get a copyrighted material. But if you're, once the person informs them of it, it becomes their responsibility to check it out. Remove it from their site. Moondish did not care. They were not removed. Diamond Addiction actually sent me, because at the time I was really defending them hard. But she asked if she could send me something so I could check it out myself. Well, I did, and much to my shock, they were stealing from Treasure Art, Diamond Addiction. But I still didn't see a lot of. I buy diamond paintings that I like. I don't buy by artists. Now, there's some artists I really don't like because their things are just too cartoon for me. That's my. I. There. But where does the artist's responsibility come in? See, that's my issue. It's all fine to say that, but I know that when it's been violated, it's been reported to the company who's violated. It's been told to the artists, but they don't do nothing. And I imagine it's because it costs so much money to go after these companies. Plus, our copyright laws really don't mean twat in other countries. I feel that it's also, I'm going to just use Diamond Art Addiction, Diamond Art Club as an example. If they got a design, because the reason I'm using them is because it seems a lot of people want to steal from Diamond Art Club. Okay? And they get a message from a consumer, creator, stating that their design has been stolen. It becomes their choice to do something about it, not the consumers. And really, the only way you're going to stop it is there's got to be some kind of accountability with consumers and these companies' responsibility to police. It's the artist that gets the money for their designs. So, I'm sorry, but it is their responsibility to protect their copyright, to find out and go after them. And as consumers, I don't think you have to stop buying from AliExpress. I'm sorry, but not every AliExpress, not every eBay out there is stealing. I personally will continue to buy from them. I will continue to buy from Evermoon. Mean, M-I-E-N. However, I will be more on guard, vigilant on their designs to, checking out these companies. I've stayed away from the smaller ones on there. Just being more careful. And that's basically all you could do. Okay? Because as a consumer, that's what we got to do. That's our responsibility. It's not our responsibility to police their copyright. I'm sorry, but it isn't. As consumers, we can refuse to buy a stolen, obvious stolen. But I don't know everybody, all these artists' name. It's kind of foreign to me. I know that Diamond Art carries. I originally thought that all of Diamond Arts is copyrighted. That simply isn't true. I got all upset because I thought I bought a stolen diamond painting till I talked to I found out. Yeah, Diamond sells some public domain ones. It's easy to tell because if you go to their site, if it's one that's copyrighted, it's going to have the artist's name down below. Treasure. But just because and I know Diamond Art, Treasure Art, they don't do this. Okay, I want to make that clear. But even if a company has contracts with artists, it does not mean that they're above it. I'm doing this wallet. I'm glad I picked the owl out. So far, here it is. Really just stop it. I think it takes a partnership. The artists themselves have a responsibility to police their own work and not relying on the customers, because we can refuse to buy it, but the reality is there's a lot of people who diamond paint that aren't on YouTube who can't afford it, and they will buy them knowing it's stolen, or even maybe they don't know. I mean, there was a case I bought a painting, only discover after it arrived it was a stolen design. I felt terrible. And since it was from an individual, I gave him a bad review. So I think all we consumers could do, if you see one and you know that it's stolen, don't buy it. Report it to the designer or the site, like if you see a Diamond Art Club. And I'm using them because I don't know why. People just like to steal. I mean, I went to 99-cent store, and what did I discover? A stolen design. I asked for the manager. I says, you see that design? That is a Diamond Art Club design. I've seen it at the freaking post office. They had a stolen design. And I was flabbergasted. I told the workers, hey, that's copyrighted material. And I know you didn't get permission because Diamond Art Club doesn't do that. And the reason they don't is in one form these designers are taking, like the designer, Diamond Art Club artists, they only do Diamond Art Club. They don't sell the rights to other companies. You know, and the ideal is that is if they want it, they got to come there to get it, and it, and I get it. But along with us consumers be more alert, vigilant when you are shopping on AliExpress or eBay of designs. If you have that they aren't stolen. You know, and it's the artist's responsibility to police their work, to actually go after them, and don't get me wrong, I understand our copyright laws may not mean anything. I am not real familiar with this copyright law. So basically what I'm trying to say is it's a partnership between, at least ethically, between the consumer and the designer. I think it's more of the designer, it's more of his or her responsibility. If I'm an artist and I do work that's copyrighted, I'm going to keep my eyes and ears open to see if anybody has tried to steal it. And then if it's reported to me, I might take action. If I see it, I'm going to take action. But I'm not going to sit by and say, well, it's a consumer's responsibility to protect my artwork. Okay? I buy stuff that's from designers, not because they got a name to it, because I like the painting. I mean, I go to Diamond Art Club, let's say, if I'm going to buy, I look at the diamond paintings. I don't look at to see what artist put it. Because frankly, I don't care. It's just the design I like. I'm not going to buy because of a designer's name. I'm just not. But at the same time, I am not going to buy, I think, a painting that I know is a stolen design. I feel after what happened to that poor tuber creator, which she has an awesome channel, is sad. It is sad that somebody wanted to be a pillhead to even report it. Because that's probably what happened. And it's just going to take really both the customers, um, the one thing we could do, well, I don't know, because somebody might beat me to it. It would be an interesting aspect is to buy a designer um, DP that's copyrighted, find one that's been stolen, order both, and then make a video on it. Show it, because you know when these people steal the designs, you know, number one, you're not going to get the quality as the original, the knockoffs, whatever you want to call them, as the original. But it really would need to be done by someone who is more familiar with different artists than what I am. I certainly, at this point, you're going to have to be more vigilant, because I really didn't think about it unless it came rather obvious. I mean, I thought I saw one, and I really thought it was a lion. That's what it was, and it was the same thing. The Diamond Art Club, which is copyrighted, how they got around that is they changed the color of the lion. And unfortunately, that's not violating it technically, because they can say, "Oh, it's not the same. Look at the color there. Hey, mine's lion. It may be in the same position, but it's purple." And I did not buy it. It was obvious stolen design trying to be camouflaged so they can get away with it. So if you see one that's stolen, contact either the designer or the site where you buy it from, because eBay, and I'm sure has a thing where if somebody does that, you can report them. eBay will remove it themselves. They could be barred. And I met, because that auction, I told them, I says, if it remains up, I'm reporting this to eBay. And I says, I hate to do that because I've dealt with you for a long time. That might have been a play in it. He knows I follow him. He has not had any stolen DPs since. Okay, the other thing is, if you haven't signed Rachel Ray is right, if you haven't signed the petition, you haven't gone to their site and commented, you really do, because this is what gets me about it. They want to do this to YouTube, but you see it on TV, and it is a lot of commercials actually geared to it, children, and that's okay. But if YouTubers do it, intentionally or unintentionally, that's a whole different matter. The interesting thing I noticed is the one time I uploaded, I had to go to their Bettis, and it particularly asked me if this was intended for adult or, children, and I had to put no, because it's not. But I noticed the last time I went to where they told me to go, it did not have that question there no more. I couldn't find it anywhere because I thought, oh, I surely will have to check no. I did not see it. So any of you creators notice that at all? Right now you can upload the regular way or go there, but in January, unfortunately, that's going to change. So if you haven't, please, please sign the petition, because it's just not us creators. Look, I'm small. I don't get no money from my channel. I don't. That's not the point. I'm small. But I don't want to be fined $4,200 and having to shut my channel down, and because I'm afraid they're going to get away with this until somebody actually takes them to court saying their rights are being violated. Because Constitution is freedom of speech, honey. That's why they can do it on TV. They can do it on Facebook. To me, it's a constitutional issue. I feel like my constitutional rights of the United States of America is being violated by this. And the comments I left in there, I clearly stated that not only was this law vague, I put down that YouTube already had a channel just for children. And that this was wrong. That I felt it violated the Constitution of the United States. So you might want to mention that it is a violation of the United States America Constitution of freedom of speech. And that's fine for creators. But what's more important than creators, because they're going to look at that, oh, it's just the creators, they don't want to, it's the viewers who don't put up there that you just watch videos. They got to sign that and say, hey, this is a violation of the Constitution of the United States, or I don't like this because I want to be able to communicate with the creators. They got to hear from you too. I mean, because that's going to have the most impact on this. It's not the creators, but the viewers. Because they're going to say, hey, this person hasn't got a channel. It's important. I'm disappointed in YouTube because I realize they kind of caused this. It's that they didn't fight this. They make so much money. I also feel the craft channels are being targeted. Um, Maybe the reason they ain't really fighting it is because it says, oh, well, it's going to fix the gamers and it may fit. There's going to be a purge, basically. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if all channels had to shut down. Because of the very fact that we diamond paint regardless, they could say, hey, that's child, any kind of crafts. Oh, that's child related. That's geared towards child. It's going to be very difficult to stay away from that. To avoid that, actually. So, we do need your help on that. So if you haven't signed it, please do. Anyways, that's all it is for today. Remember, don't buy unlicensed DPs knowingly. Maybe do a little investigation when you're looking at DP, like going to Diamond Art Club and see if it's on their site. And that could be hard because they're constantly getting new designs in. And for me, unless I'm actually buying, I don't go look. I do buy from Diamond Art Club on somewhat of a regular basis. I do like them. However, I shop from other companies that I probably a little bit more than I do Diamond Art Club. Anyways, happy diamond painting. I'll catch you next time.